Good morning. Just letting you guys know that I made it to the uh, receiver and maybe the shipper. Sometimes it's both. Coming up here to Oregon. Not quite sure. Just wanted you guys to see what is going on. If you can see out the window there, that it is foggy. Foggy, 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 foggy. Um, Let's see if I can get this turned around. You have to forgive me still. This here is all the building right across the road. On the camera, it doesn't look as foggy as what it is. And look up into the sky for you. It is 7:13 here in the morning, and yeah, this is where I slept at. Sometimes that's what's going to happen. I actually have been here for 11 hours, but there was no parking at the Lowe's that was on my way, and the TA that was on my way down here. I could have gone out of route to maybe the Flying J or another TA, but there's no guarantee there's parking there for going out of route. And I knew I could park here, and so waiting for them to open up to where I can get checked in with them. They don't open until 8 o'clock Pacific time, and so it's just a waiting game. But this here makes it more convenient because I stop my clock here and I'll start it here before I leave. That way I don't have any extra time moving around my clock. By what I mean by that is my logs. You'll hear me refer to it as my logs. And so I guess this is kind of a good time to go over that here for those who may not understand around. This here is Garmin. I'm going to try and get it. You should see my name. But a lot of y'all know me. I can't edit it because I'm live. But anyway, you can see that it says that I'm in the sleeper berth. Should be moving it to off duty here in a minute. This here says I have 11 hours driving reset. That means that at any time now, my clock's reset. I can go back on my 14 hours. I'll explain. The 11 hours, this is how much time I have to drive a day. I cannot go past that 11-hour time and for it. And when I am driving, that there will click down from the 11 down to 0. Then you see the 14-hour clock. What that means is from the time that I go on duty, that means doing my pre-trip. I have to do a pre-trip. With this company, it's 15 minutes. That clock there will start clocking out. I have 14 hours from the time I start work. Basically, for all the rest of y'all, when you clock in at your regular job, from the time you get there, whether you take a break or not, that clock, your clock may stop when you take a break. When you take a lunch break, that clock will stop. Well, for me, that 14-hour clock keeps ticking. Now, that 11 hours driving time, when I stop to take a break, it will stop and it will hold there until I start rolling the truck or I go on duty. And the things for going on duty is getting fuel, basically anything to do with the truck. Whether I'm getting fuel, I'm opening the doors, I'm going to go check in, or anything like that. I am to document that there. And so that's what's going on. That's what happens with the 14-hour clock. All that's on 14 hours until I do a post trip. That will stop and I go into the sleeper for 10 hours. You see the break resets in 00 right here. This here is uh, by law before 8 hours is up on that 14-hour clock. Before that 8 hours is up, I have to stop for 30 minutes and uh, take a break. And I don't know, whether it be go in and eat, whatever it may be, the truck has to stop for 30 minutes before 8 hours is up. That's confusing, but I guess it's kind of like our lunch break while you guys are doing 8 hours, but then we have another 6 hours we have to have until we finish our work day. So, yeah, can't be on duty at all for that time. Can be in the sleeper, but can't be on duty. And then after that 30-minute break is up, then I can start rolling, finishing out my time. And those clocks keep track of all of that. But in that 30-minute break, that 14-hour clock is still counting down. And then you see 70 hours on duty resets. And so I have 70 hours of work to do each week. And then when that 70 hours is done, I have to stop for 34 hours. The truck has to stop for 34 hours straight. And then I can start rolling again. So I'm not going to be stopped for that long. It may be, I don't know how long it's going to take them to get me unloaded. We'll just see. And then you see the graph there. Also, that's to coincide with the old paper logs with it. And go back, show you. Let's see here. This here goes back. Oh, it's a bad one. Yeah, the red's not good. Don't want to explain that. That there is, I did bad. But, that there is, if I was on paper logs, that's what it would kind of look like. It's all Jupiter. Yep, I stop a lot. That's what. See, this is here's my. Well, let's cancel you. You see this line here, off duty. That's how much time I spent off duty. The sleeper berth and driving, and then my on duty time there. You see over here on the end, it totals everything, just like paper logs used to do. So get back over here. So that's what that looks like. There are other functions for it. With it, if anybody's got any questions, then just let me know. And y'all have a great day.